Rino Tera Katani.
Kia ora, Mr. Chair.
Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe. I thought I'd just picked up on the contributions from my colleague Claire Curran and the Māori Advisory Committee. I understand it comes in at part 6 on this bill, sir, but if my colleague could send me a copy of that SOP, I'd be most appreciative. But I wanted to make some remarks on the Advisory Committee because there's been a Māori Trademarks Advisory Committee that's been around for, I would say, close to 10 years now. It was quite an innovative thing in its time, creation, and I understand that it has been doing some very good work in terms of providing advice on trademark applications, sir. So I don't want to be sort of stretching into part 6, but because this SOP in this part deals with the Māori Patent Advisory Committee, I wanted to make a contribution.
Well done.
Sir. Thank you to my colleague. But I think we do need to look closely at the role of the Advisory Committee. It's commendable that it's included in the bill and that it follows advice of the Royal Commission. But just contrasting it to the Trademarks Advisory Committee, sir, I would just, the power of appointment to the committee is in the hands of the Commissioner. And if you look at the Māori Trademarks Advisory Committee, the membership of that committee has hardly changed in over 10 years, sir. And you have a lot of, what should I call it, intellectual type people, mainly Auckland-based people, maybe some Wellington bureaucratic type people that have been a member of that committee for a very, very long time. And I wouldn't want to see that sort of, the composition of the Patents Advisory Committee to be drawn from the same type of people. Coming from the South Island myself, we are very, very aware of our Māori interests in our flora and fauna and our natural landscape, and it is disappointing to see that there's very little South Island input into, say, the Trademarks Advisory Committee, the Māori Advisory Committee, and that's been the case for close to 10 on years. And although it's not specified in the bill, it would be advisable, I believe, that there is broad geographic iwi representation consideration, but fundamentally expertise in those matters when the Commissioner actually comes to selecting people to sit on these advisory committees. And just a further remark, sir, we do want to make sure that they are the best people for the job. These are highly specialised and also culturally significant expertise that's required, but I don't think it's helpful to have advisory board committee members appointed for such long durations of time, in excess of a decade or whatever. They just roll them over and roll them over. I think there needs to be some consideration of their performance, of their and give others a go. Basically, Māoridom is made up of many iwi and many hapu within those iwi, and there's a lot of expertise right around the country. Traditional expertise on tikanga Māori, mātauranga Māori, and I think it's fair that we give a broad representation, regular advice or expertise, if there's expertise, and I know there is expertise in many, many different maraes and whānau and hapu right around the country, that we give, we freshen up the composition of these bodies with the expertise that is there right around the countryside. Sure, you need to have, I guess you have to have a mix of a composition of any type of board or advisory committee, but comparing it to the Trademarks Advisory Committee, I see names on that committee that have been there for close on 10 years, and I don't know who they are in the South Island. Many of these people are just academics from Auckland, and so I don't want to see the those sorts of same old institutionalised people put onto these advisory committees representing all of Māoridom, all of Māoridom, sir, they are defending our pa. They are the ones that will be... Mr Chair.
The Honourable Member.
Kia ora,
Rino
Mr. Chair.
Terakatani.
Those members, sir, are defending our pa. They are advising the Commissioner, and so we do need to get a broad mix of our mātauranga, of our tohunga, you could say, of our expertise, traditional expertise there, incorporated into that committee. I know there's no size limit given to the committee, but I would certainly hope that there would be, a fair representation of the diverse iwi, geographical, North Island, South Island expertise, tikanga Māori expertise, incorporated into the full composition of that advisory committee. But I will give further remarks on this matter, sir, when we get to part 6. But I just wanted to pick up on that, given that I heard that the Honourable, sir, the member Materia Ture had mentioned the advisory committee in this SOP paper. Kia ora, sir.
The question is, I call the Honourable Member, Catherine Delahunty.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. Tēnā koutou katoa.